This is Dr. Jenny Byrne. I'm an adult psychiatrist at Cognitive Psychiatry of Chapel Hill, and today I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about why is exercise so important for your mental health. So we all read about this and it seems kind of obvious in some ways, but why is it really so important that we exercise? I think the easiest way to think about it is that your brain is an organ. Your brain is an organ the same way as your heart is an organ, your lungs are an organ, your muscles are an organ. How do organs get the nutrients they need? They all get the same nutrients from the blood. So the brain has blood vessels going all throughout it the same way that other organs in your body do. So if we think about how exercise helps our blood vessels stay healthy in terms of the elasticity of the blood vessel, the efficiency of our heart beating, getting good oxygen through good breathing. All of this helps get blood to your brain, which gets oxygen to your brain and gets nutrients to your brain. So very simply, your brain is an organ like others, and by exercising, you're really helping that organ continue to grow and develop. Another reason exercise seems to be good for your brain is that it helps the connections between the neurons stay strong. So if your brain is exercising, it helps keep the neuronal connections strong. If your body is exercising, it's keeping the pathways to your brain strong. So it seems like the connectivity in general, the more you use it, the more it works. So I know that's kind of a vague way of thinking about it, but just neural connectivity is something that's really important to functioning, especially as we get older. So none of this was very intuitive to me. I was someone who always had my nose stuck in a book growing up, and I didn't really get a lot of physical activity. And it really wasn't until I was older as an adult that I started exercising, and it really, I think, does make a difference, especially if you're trying to manage stress. Exercise is a really great way to help manage stress, and that can help your mental health. It helps if you are able to exercise and just clear your mind and not really think about anything except what you're doing at the gym or out on a walk or playing sports. I think that's just a really good, clear mental space to have. If you're able to exercise out in nature, that gives you the added benefit of being in nature, which I think also is really good for your mental health. For most people, this is really helpful. So kind of a lot of reasons that exercise is good for your mental health. It's hard to believe it, I think, until you do it yourself. And the hardest part about exercise is getting started is really hard. And sometimes when you're not used to it, it doesn't feel great at the beginning. You really kind of have to do it for 6 to 8 weeks before you start to feel the benefits. But I talk to a lot of my patients who have started routines, and it definitely helps them. And it definitely helps me, even though sometimes maybe it doesn't always feel great. I think by the time, most people will tell you by the time they finish exercising, they typically feel a lot better than when they started. So I hope this is helpful, and if you need any help or have any questions, feel free to contact us at the information below. Thanks, and have a good day.